Hi, everybody. We here at Masquerade Studios appreciate you tuning in to see our tabletop RPG streams. Some of the content of our streams may be a bit mature and cause emotional responses in viewers. We really take the well-being of our viewers very seriously, and we want you to do what you need to if something triggers you. Mute the stream, take a break, or just skip an episode. Otherwise, if you decide to stay tuned in, we are available in chat during the streams to talk you through it if you need that. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy this game session.
Jason Carl. Jason Carl. Jason Carl.
Let's tell a vampire story.
Good evening, everyone. It's your boy Twitch again, bringing you some news from around the town. It seems some of the Kindred of DC were seen in a little bit of a fight outside of town. It seems somebody got staked and taken back to the Succubus Club. I wonder who that is. And then, Anton was sighted at the Succubus Club too. And it seems Quartermain has been exiled, never to return. I wonder how that's gonna end. This week, we're brought to you by Aluka Blood Product Services. Aluka. That's blood, come on!
Free-range, ethically sourced, cruelty-free, certified humane, organic blood products.
Blood.
Delivered by our conscientious and discreet private fleet.
Secret.
We make sure our stock is local, sustainable, and diverse enough to suit even the most discriminating tastes.
Taste.
Aluka Blood Product Services. Tapping the potential of blood.
Blood.
For years, Washington, D.C. was a Camarilla city under the rule of Marcus Vitel. But when it was revealed he was a La Sombra instead of the Ventrue he had claimed to be, the tower sentenced him to final death. But with Kindred, things are not always as they seem, and he survived his sentence only to return a decade later to seize the city from both the Camarilla and the Sabbat. It was during his second rule that the coterie arrived to the city. Lily Sanger, a descendant of the Toreador Helena and owner of the Succubus Club. Steve Perry, a caitiff who only recently found out he holds flawed La Sombra blood. Locke, a gangrel raised on the streets and now owner of the bar Purgatory. And until recently, Quartermain, the Nosferatu who is now exiled from DC and never to return. The coterie has been instrumental in restoring the city to Camarilla rule under the praxis of Nosferatu Stanford Warwick. Vitel relocated to Baltimore, where he has established his rule over the formerly anarch city. Things are far from idyllic under Stanford's rule, and events have been set in motion for his praxis to end. The question remains, does it matter who rules when there are powerful elders maneuvering their pieces for their own ends?
Good evening, and welcome to Masquerade Studios Vignettes. Tonight's vignettes all deal around hunting of a sort. Predator, prey. Does it really matter whether you're hunting for food or hunting a target in politics? This first vignette is going to involve Locke, Sabrina, and Tabitha. Please enjoy. For this vignette, Locke has decided she needs to go out hunting, and she's invited, of course, Sabrina and Tabitha to go along. I am, of course, the storyteller Shanky McStabber, and I'll be playing, well, Tabitha.
All right. So presumably, what was the place that we decided that Tabitha would pick out for hunting grounds, so we wouldn't have to have awkward conversations?
It's a park just outside of town. It's actually right on the other side of the Potomac from D.C. It's part of the Washington series of parks that are over there. It's rather large. So,
okay.
And I know it's not an area that Sabrina has been to before, but, you know, I think Sabrina doesn't mind getting out a bit.
Yeah, no.
And Locke is absolutely clueless, apparently, when it comes to hunting in woods. So she's going to be leaning on Slinky for this.
Okay, and for the hunting in the woods, I assume you're all meeting up at Purgatory.
Yeah, that'd probably be the best.
Did you want to meet at Purgatory, or did you want to just meet at, like, close by kind of thing?
We can meet at Purgatory, but hand wave, like, getting out.
Yeah, because Tabitha can't. Tabitha has to ride with somebody to bring the wolf because she can't really bring the wolf on the motorcycle very well.
You don't have a car?
No, she doesn't. No. You've never seen her in a car unless she borrows Art's van.
Okay. We need to get you a car. You must have enough resources.
Well, I do, but I don't like cars. I like motorcycles.
You don't have to like a car.
Have you ever seen a biker in a car?
Yes, I'm about to see a biker's ass in a car in about 5 minutes. Unless I'm carrying all the dogs.
Don't call her a dog. She gets mad when you do that.
Well,
I know she's not. She's out. She might be able to hear us from next room over. And Tabitha pulls up in her, or Sabrina pulls up in her muscle car. So you've got a choice of vehicles. I'm not sure.
Muscle car or hoopty. Utter trash car.
You're going hunting. You might want not to have a car that you care about the interior.
Mm-hmm.
I have a fox in the back. It's not like I care too much.
No, I'm talking bloody wolf interior.
Mm.
So at least I know this little spot we can go hunting. A lot of woods.
Okay.
It doesn't have the crime at night, like, if we went somewhere here in D.C., so we don't have to worry as much about the police report of eating people.
I mean, I was hoping, like, deer.
No, there's lots of deer. There's other foxes there, but we could tell them, if Sabrina doesn't want us to tell them to, if Sabrina doesn't want to see them eating foxes, we can tell them don't hunt foxes, go for bigger things.
That's what you'd like, right?
Hmm?
That's what you'd like, right? No foxes.
Yeah, bigger things.
Yeah, I mean,
deer's fine, bear, whatever,
But
I mean, I heard there's been a bobcat or two sighted over there. We could.
I mean, fuck deer. I'm a local.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a very local attitude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Because Dorian hit one going one night out to, or not Dorian, Art hit one and going to Dorian's one night. And, you take in that van to the body shop at night and try to convince him it needs to be fixed and not just scrapped on the side of the road. It was interesting.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah.
So she'll kind of get everybody to the car before continuing that particular line of
And you
thought.
line up and hop in the car in the hoopty?
Sure.
No, I'm assuming
yeah.
I'm assuming you don't want the wolves in the muscle car.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not after they've hunted.
No.
Locke doesn't care if hers gets trashed.
Because you'll just steal another.
Yep, yeah. And actually, I think I might spend my last point of criminal context in stolen cars.
It's actually a good use for it. So you hop in the car and you start driving west over to it. It's not far. It's right over the bridge into Virginia. It's quick and easy.
Speaking of convincing people to do shit. Interesting development with Art. I was just curious if this is something either you ever saw him do. But, do the thing where you can read thoughts.
No, that's not That's
No.
that's not gangrelly.
Well, I know there's other ways to get shit, and he's old.
No, and all the time I've been with him, he's never used the mind thing.
He did that to me.
Sabrina knew him before he was like this, but wait a minute, he did it to you?
To me. Mm-hmm.
When?
I would say like a day or two ago.
Yeah.
That's definitely weird.
That doesn't remind me of Gangrel. That reminds me of, well, the shit Dorian pulls sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels very Ventru-y. So that's concerning.
I mean, I only knew him as a hippie, so I don't know. I mean, Sabrina was the one who knew him before and might know more, but I only knew a hippie, and everything I've heard since the riots has not been hippie, it's been something else.
No. And he's, I'm concerned there's someone else controlling him. This is beyond he's not a hippie anymore bullshit.
Okay, so you need to back up on that one. I'm not...
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, okay, I don't tell you...
It's been a while since we chatted.
I can't tell you everything. I have to be careful how much I talk about shit, because knowing things is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
If he's running around poking in people's mind, yeah.
Yeah. So one, be careful if you talk to him, because he can fucking read minds now. I almost fucking resisted it, too. So I could feel like I was so close. It sucks.
Just give me the skeevies.
I mean, it sucks. Just don't fucking lie if you get into that. But yeah, so yeah, it was bullshit. But anyway, I think he's being controlled by something else. Something old.
I'm not as old as, like, maybe, I mean, no offense, Sabrina, you're older than me. I'm not as old as Sabrina, but
no.
Is that a thing where older ones control younger ones? I haven't seen. Is. Yeah. I mean.
Like old.
But he's old. That was the whole.
No, older old.
Oh, you're talking like, Vitel old.
Possibly older.
I mean, yeah.
It's great.
This is not
kind of intimidating.
Yeah, this is not a very good feeling you're giving me here.
I am not here to make anyone feel better. We can call this an informal clan meeting.
And here I am thinking we're bonding, and then you're you're hitting me. This is like,
we are bonding. We are bonding.
Yeah, this is bonding.
This is. Is there a special name for like clan meetings when you're gangrel? Because like.
There is, but not in this small amount.
True. I should have brought Zach, but I'm not going to bring Zach.
Don't bring him.
No, he's a whole bowl of stupid.
Who's Zach?
Nobody.
Oh, okay. No, wait a minute.
No.
Oh, Sabrina, you don't know who Zach is? Oh, you'll find out. You'll find out.
No.
It's Bloodlicker's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's currently in Locke's bar.
Yes.
That's all. I'm not going to say anything else. That's in the bar.
Sabrina just kind of looks up.
We have a business relationship. I'm gonna hire him. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Okay.
And this is coming from the one who told me, 2 months ago that what I should be doing is after Art dumped me is I should be running the roads and picking up me a new flavor. And then she's gonna.
Look, I've not been dumped, so we're not in the same category. 2, it's not a flavor; it's a business arrangement.
Okay, Locke. Okay.
That's.
And she kind of looks at Sabrina and just kind of winks a little. I understand. And you guys get to the park, and it's nighttime. It's pretty deserted.
As it pretty deserted or deserted?
There's only like one other car in the parking lot or at the parking area, and you're not even sure that car is not been left there for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, the park's closed.
That's fine. It's never close to us.
Yeah.
Pop on Eyes of the Beast and step into the woods.
And it is woods. I mean, there's not a single person that you can see. The crickets are chirping because it's September, so they're still out a little bit. It's actually a warm night. So, I mean, we're getting late in the year, but it's a good time of the year to be out.
All right, so...
And Tabitha's wolf is slightly bigger than yours, actually about half again yours' size.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, slinking beside her. And you haven't heard, of course, it's not speaking to you. It's obviously talking with Tabitha. And you can hear Tabitha talking back, probably establishing ground rules about what can be hunted and what can't.
Mm-hmm.
And Slinky's like, can I get in the bushes?
Okay. No.
Can I slink through the bushes?
Foxes. You can slink through the bushes.
And eat 2 legs.
Try to avoid 2 legs tonight. Mom's a bit, squeamish, I think. I get the feeling. Tonight is deer.
Deer. Okay, yeah, I know which ones those are. You give them like a mental picture. I mean, they don't know what a deer, yeah. Okay.
Stupid 4 legs.
Stupid 4 legs.
Yeah, get the
Run
stupid
fast.
4 legs. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see them you hear them talking to each other, obviously establishing who's going to lead the pack. Now, what is Sabrina going to do with her fox?
Well, as long as ground rules have been laid out that they're not allowed to eat fox, Todd can just go on with them.
And Slinky looks at the fox and then looks up at Locke and looks at the fox and looks at Locke.
No.
And gets like a look of really?
Friend. Foxes are friends.
Really?
Tonight.
Okay, I won't. I mean, it's not much of it's a snack, but okay.
Well, then go get dinner. What are you waiting for?
And the 2 wolves and a fox set off into the woods. They can't really communicate with the fox, but I'm pretty sure the fox knows just follow them and eat what they can.
Yeah.
Leaving you and Tabitha and Sabrina to wander the woods while you hear, the wolves have howled at least twice at this point, setting every deer in the woods into a panic.
I just kind of...
I know not to do that. Maybe they like them scared. I don't know.
It's more fun to chase them on the run.
Oh, I guess that's true. This is good exercise. She spends a lot of time in the bar.
And Tabitha's like,
Definitely good exercise.
They get cooped up.
Mm-hmm.
And,
And Lot goes in her backpack and she takes out a beer. And she's going to drink a beer.
Are you still drinking? Are you still doing that?
Yeah, but now I don't have to get rid of it until I'm about to go to sleep.
But
it's great.
Okay, now
that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But
and she takes out Doritos too.
Esmeralda's rubbing off on you.
What? Yes. Not denying it, but what?
Is that really the best? I mean, she lives with Dorian.
She's fine. Have we all not made questionable decisions about the dudes we hang out with in order to stay safe?
Look, Art was perfectly fine. Here. Art was fine up until recently, okay?
Art was a thing.
Look, I didn't mind the hippie.
I got kind of used to the hippie.
See?
It grows on you, but so does a fungus.
I mean, Esmeralda, really? She was asking me the other day about Steve.
We should hang out with Esmeralda. Then you'd see.
She was asking me about Steve the other day.
Yeah.
Because she said, I'm friends with you and you're friends with him. I was like, really? No, he's not my type. He's not her type. And it's like...
Oh, was he asking if you were, fang banging him?
She might have, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
What?
She was...
Was he got a thing for redheads?
Does he have a thing for redheads?
Yeah.
I don't know if his things anymore. You know, I don't know. I mean, maybe she likes the creepy serial killer vibe. Like, hey, different strokes for different
She
folks.
lives with Dorian.
Yeah, see, like, probably to her, she looks
maybe
normal.
Since, you know, this art thing, I'm finally, okay, I understand it's a break and, you know, he's not the art and all that. Maybe I'll go blonde and, hey, Sabrina, how about blonde? Can I go blonde? Mallory can do it.
No, it's not a break. It's not a break, honey. It's not a break.
No, a real break. It's like, I know.
Oh no, I think that okay. I'm not big in the dating scene, but I've heard bangs are a thing you do when you break up with somebody.
You grow bangs?
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about cutting. I mean, I like my long hair. I was just talking maybe blonde, maybe go brunette. I mean, I can change, right? I can do something different.
By the way, I know a guy for both of you.
Yeah.
I'm not criticizing at all.
No, Mallory, I remember you because I know Mallory. But
Yeah,
Sabrina
Mallory.
hasn't met Mallory, has she?
Yeah, I
Sabrina-
think you have.
I haven't met Mallory, but you did tell me about Mallory.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah, I
great
know
work.
that. I mean, I don't know. Blonde.
Because Mallory did Bloodlicker's hair, you know, last year, and I mean, got Bloodlicker looking real nice. I don't know why she wanted to look nice. It was some sort of event they were doing it, but she wanted to. I mean, it's, you know.
I wasn't here yet. So.
No, it was some sort of gathering they were having down there in their park. You know, apparently every once in a while, the whole bunch of them get together, and then they all, I don't know. I've told her they bark at each other, and she said that's close to the truth of describing it, but it's not barking. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to go. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You know, I mean, I'm sure it'd be something to fucking watch, but then I'd feel like I'd end up being a meal.
So
yeah, I'm intrigued, but not that.
Yeah,
intrigued.
that's yeah.
That's a lupine shit.
So, since we're all here, I mean, Sabrina, you knew Art before. Is this anything that you're hearing about Art like he's supposed to act?
Definitely not. He was very loyal to the tower, but not.
I wouldn't
like
even
this.
bet on that.
Not even a Ventru?
I mean, he's got a particular crazy going on right now that I would not bet on making sure that, like, if I've tried phrasing things to be very towerish.
Okay, particular crazy. That describes somebody else in this, well, not in this city, but who lives outside the city we know about.
Yeah, they're Dorian.
Big castle, you know, Sabrina knows him because, yeah, Dorian. She knows Dorian.
But
Have you been
Dorian
by?
is still, yeah, he's definitely different than who I knew as well.
They're connected, though. You know
They're
that, right?
Connected. How?
You didn't
I mean,
know
Art,
that?
I know Art used to go there all the time.
Fucking. Okay, yeah, he was.
I mean,
Who are you talking to?
Tabitha.
Okay.
Wait, what?
No, definitely
no,
not.
I knew that Art would go to see Dorian, but I don't know.
It wasn't for coffee. It was
I
for.
thought it was to talk philosophy because Art liked to talk philosophy with
It was-
Bjorn. He talked philosophy with Nathan.
I wouldn't call it a talk philosophy, but he went there for treatment.
Okay, I don't like that.
I see.
So you're saying that Art was because of Dorian?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't do any of it. I didn't do any of it. I don't know any of it for a fact. It's just kind of the only logical conclusion that's left is that Dorian kind of made Art, as Art was for
See?
you, from the Art that you knew, Sabrina.
There's no way to really tell motive without asking Dorian, and I don't know who's brave enough to do that today.
Not me. Not me.
No.
Nope.
No, I
And
don't-
Tabitha, I please.
I didn't go. No, when Art went, I stayed home. I never went with. I met Dorian like 3 times and was like, "That's it. I'm done."
I would not.
I mean, you saw the walls shift and it makes everything get creepy, and So wait a minute, it didn't even do that before, Sabrina? It wasn't like the wall shifting? You knew him before he was like Castle Dorian with a house and crazy shit?
Not like that, no.
Oh. Because, wow.
He was working on stuff, but it wasn't, no.
Yeah, that would have been when he was building it, wasn't it? Because I've heard stories. Angelique told me a whole bunch of stories about the building and back when he used to come into town, like Dorian actually used to come into DC.
Yeah, I mean, he had to be chill at some point. He couldn't have been like made an instant crazy. So I guess that makes sense.
But it just seems odd to me that, yeah.
I mean, he made a maze. He made a maze in his house, and he made a maze in Art's head. Which is why you couldn't get a straight fucking answer out of him.
I got straight answers.
What did you talk about?
Okay. Philosophy.
That's not straight. Like, that's never a straight... You're not gonna talk philosophy. It's like trying to talk to a musician about music. You're never gonna get, like, a yes or no answer.
No, he wasn't big on yes or no. It was like karma, balance, and yes and no. You were gonna say something, Sabrina? Because I saw something for a second there, like you had a thought on that one.
Nope, just nodding.
Just nodding? Yeah. But, wait a minute. So you two weren't the thing, right, Sabrina? He told me you weren't, but I'm at...
No.
Okay. Just checking, because...
No. I stayed with Dorian for a little bit before I moved away.
Before he was crazy?
Yes.
Okay. So you're saying somebody else's art?
Yeah, there's somebody... I'm going to emphasize, I don't think you're getting any old art back.
I mean, it might explain... I'm sorry to say this, Sabrina, but it might explain why he didn't go after the bumpkin hand purse incident. Can you believe, Sabrina, she's still running around with that purse? It's just disgusting.
Don't even get me started on that.
I mean, part of me is very glad I'm no longer the Hound, because I don't have to...
Stare at the purse that looks back at you?
And that she wants to get a rise. She wants to. And she assumes because I'm Gangrel that it would automatically piss me off.
Have you talked to Esmeralda at all about art?
Not as much as we talked about Steve. I do need to talk to Esmeralda about art. We have talked about Dorian a bit. Yeah, I probably should.
So wait,
just to see if, like, she observed anything when Art was there.
I know that she didn't, there were a few things. There were a few things that she said. Storyteller, I'm trying real hard to remember right now.
What she said about Dorian?
Yeah.
She's the one who relayed that Dorian said that Art was dead. Golden Eyes wouldn't come back and Art was dead. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't think she knows a lot directly at the moment.
But she has been, remember, you have got her listening to try to find out info for you.
One thing I'd recommend, and keep it under your hats completely, if anybody's eyes go weird, and not like our weird, but a different kind of weird, like a glowy weird, you just fucking run. That's what you do.
Now, wait a minute. I've heard this come up before. Where did I hear this? Angelique told me one time that she saw Chaz's eyes go gold.
Yeah, that would be a good time to run. And anybody, doesn't matter who, anybody, if it happens, you run. Just promise me that.
I mean, running wasn't my nature, I guess. Kind of.
Good, it's
now
more
it
your
is.
nature now. Yeah, it's great. This works out perfectly.
Ever since, that incident, you remember which one? That's kind of.
Yeah, I know which one.
It's been hard.
But at this point, it would be a good thing to just run.
The part that gets me on this whole thing is, I don't know if you realized, but Art was bound to me. He's a consensualist. He's a consensualist.
Okay, you fucking okay. That whole conversation that we had, and I was like, blood bonding, and you're like, Gangrel, do not do that. Their feelings would not.
I didn't want to. I'm not talking anything in front of Zach. First of all,
this was not in front of Zach.
I know, but
this
I'm
was
not going.
You and me at the bar at Succubus Club.
I wasn't sure if the bond was still sticking, or any. I mean, there's some secrets you don't want to tell about yourself, and I know how Kindred look at the double bond, the bonding each other.
Yeah, I've had.
But I never bound him. But I knew, or I was never bound to him. But I knew everyone would assume.
One way.
Right, it was one way. He's a consensualist here, or at least he was. He wouldn't feed off of kind, so I would feed. And then
he was one of those, like, he only feeds off of Kindred?
He only feeds off of ones who let him, and he wouldn't tell a Kindred he was a vampire, so he would come to me, and I would let him feed, and then I would feed on kind, because, you know...
I mean, that's why you get ghouls, right?
Some do it that way, but he didn't. He fed off of me. But you mention it now, I mean, I've heard the old ones can't get much out of kind anymore, so I guess maybe he might have been drinking from me because of that. But he said...
But now not anymore. Who the fuck is he sipping on? Who is he? How is he feeding anymore?
He hasn't been to feed off me since, well, right after the riots. I
mean, yeah, you'd think he wouldn't want to fuck up his meal ticket.
And Sabrina, you know that from when you knew Art before, he wasn't a consensualist before. Mm. You do know that. Mm. That was a new thing.
And I guess that makes sense with the hippie bullshit, but you'd think he'd just be a vegan.
Animals? Have you tried feeding, like surviving off animals? I mean, I've done it.
Actually, I have.
It's not very good.
No, it sucks. It sucks, but I've had to do it. You know, sometimes you're bunking up with somebody out west and they don't really have a lot of...
Have you tried animals, Sabrina? Is that, do you feed off animals, Sabrina? Is that your thing?
No. I can't even recall if I used to.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't prefer it. Animals don't have wallets. So...
I had to pick. I mean, let's be frank.
Okay. Now I'm curious. Like, what's yours?
Okay.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I normally feed off blood liquor.
What? What?
Okay. How do I put it? Do you know how mortals get addicted to drugs? Have you ever tasted lupine blood?
No, because it makes you bitchy. I lived with that.
It does. It does, but it doesn't. After you've drank it long enough, do I seem bitchy? Do I lose my temper? It took a while.
I mean, you're pretty good at keeping your temper, especially around me.
It took a while, but I've really got the taste for lupine blood. And do you know how little you have to drink it? Just a little bit. You don't take much, and she doesn't mind.
Yeah, I guess she... That's... Oh, wow. That's... Huh. So, are you two, like...
Well, no, we're not. We're friends. Good friends.
Apparently with a benefit.
Well, she lets me drink from her. That's the only benefit. Wait a minute. I know where you're going with that. Wait a minute. It is supposedly pleasurable, isn't it? Oh, I didn't even think of that.
How could you not think of that?
That wasn't my thing. I just didn't think it. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to ask her.
No, don't.
Oh, no, this is going to be great.
No, just let this be a thing you never speak of again. Oh, my God.
I'm going to have to ask her.
Why?
Look,
it might be different for lupine.
She was fucking of Kindred before, so why not just keep that streak going?
Oh, man, now that's made it sound so dirty. That's so dirty.
You know what? She seemed to be real okay with bunking up with you.
Well, she has been. She didn't mind me moving back in, but
Back in. So there was a break. I see.
Well,
I see.
but before me and Art were a thing, I mean, I knew her before I was embraced. She's not as young as you may think. She's been around a while. But she, I met her when she was a young thing, really, compared to us. But
Real young thing.
well, I mean, the lupine don't quite age exactly the same as the rest of us, or as the mortals do. But yeah, she's It all started because, how do I put it? I didn't like feeding off mortals because it puts her life in danger, and then I realized how fast lupine heal. So getting a little bit of blood out of them, it doesn't even really, unless you really get wild with it and take a lot of blood, it don't phase them for a little bit. See, girls' night out is just dangerous for us, isn't it?
Oh my god, I wish this beer actually did something. And she downs the rest of it and goes and grabs another one out of her bag.
I need to know, does it even taste good though?
Lupine blood? Oh, it's...
No.
Oh.
The beer.
The beer?
The beer, yes. But it doesn't do anything. But it's still like memories. And see, sometimes working at the bar, sometimes I'll go and slam a few and then just, go find a drunk and maybe get a sip, and then it kind of evens out to the same experience. We have a hipster program if you are interested at the bar, because occasionally, you know where we fucking are. In the middle of we're a dive bar in the middle of hipster territory. So occasionally we'll have some hipster walk in, and I'll have Jack watch out. And if they wander in at the right time, we just start feeding them drinks until they're sloppy drunk. And
what Locke's not telling you, once in a while when one of the Vikings get uppity, she drinks them under the table just to prove a point.
Yeah.
That's what she's leaving out, is sometimes she'll do it I know that's what I haven't even seen her do it yet, but I've heard.
I could do that when I was kind, bitch.
Yeah, but it's harder when you become kindred up until, well, obviously you're not, because now you're drinking stuff. I mean, that was...
But it doesn't do anything. You don't I don't know. Okay, what do they call it?
Metabolize. Metabolize.
Yes, Dr. Bill Nye. Metabolize. You can't... It doesn't do anything. But it still tastes pretty good. And Jack makes some good cocktails.
So, wait a minute. So what do you feed... Now that we've already revealed some feeding, what about yours, Sabrina? What is your taste? We all have a taste.
I prefer sleeping beauties.
Do you break into places?
No, goodness, no. I'm a park ranger.
She gets them out of tents. That's actually... Oh, that's a genius idea.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
That's nice. I mean, they're right there because they come to you because...
It's delivery.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's actually a pretty good idea. I'll stick with lupine blood.
I usually just roll drug dealers because it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. 3-for-1, actually, because you get their wallet and anything on them. You get fed. And you get them to maybe question their life choices for a few days. And it quiets down the neighborhood.
I'm sure Swede questioned his life choices for a few months. He's still questioning them. I saw him drinking from a straw still.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have been considering bringing him on a more permanent basis. Not that permanent, just semi...
Ghouling him. I know where you're going. I've never done it. I've never had a ghoul.
I don't know. I mean, it's it might be weird. I've watched Lily with hers, and they're all pretty much they're handy for daytime.
They really are. But see, blood liquor helps out and keeps an eye on things during the day, so it's not as big of a deal. But if I didn't have blood liquor, I'd probably have to ghoul somebody.
Yeah. I mean, and she's pretty, she's like, oh, it's no problem. You just keep it very professional. But it's I see they're eyeballing her. But it's fine.
Torador's.
It's professional. What?
Torador.
It's Torador, and she's pretty.
Torador always, that's the way they, I mean, you haven't seen Angelique in her ballet thing yet, when she gets like a whole bunch of people orbiting her and like, it's like caught in orbit as she walks around with her people. I mean, up until me and Art were a thing, I had that kind of groupies around me, and then, people would look at Art and,
Back off?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Not really a problem for me.
No, well, I mean,
honestly, it's kept me safe more than it's caused me problems.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't date.
Neither do I, apparently. I'm single.
Did. I mean, look, there's like, I won't say there's a lot of kindred in town. A lot of fucking thin bloods if you feel like, going down a gen or two. Too many, not too many, that's mean. I don't want to say too many. But there's a lot of thin bloods who probably should find another town to live in for a while that's not Camarilla, but they're very stubborn.
I mean, most of us been here, DC. Look at me. I mean, you were one of the few that left and came back.
Well, I mean, I got a ride. A couple of, I think it was like 2 Toreadors and a Tremere were basically shitting themselves trying to get out of town. Needed muscle. So we basically did the drive across town in a car.
Sabat was the thing, so, it was a rough time.
It's probably a good thing I wasn't here during that. Sabrina, were you around here in the, 90s? Yeah, it was.
No.
It was nasty.
Yeah. So the girls have their talk for the night. And as the night goes on, I think Locke's come out of this with some amusing information. And Sabrina has spilled that this is not the Art she remembered. I mean, she mentioned it a few times. And Sabrina has notified everybody of the best way to hunt as a gangrel. Be a park ranger. Get them out of tents.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's actually a great way to hunt.
And they probably still have wallets.
Wow.
I'm already getting money for letting them camp, but
Locke is her first job ever.
Yeah, Locke is still into the any way to make extra money. Wallets is, fitty bones. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to end this scene here, and I'd like to thank Sabrina for returning. Unconscious Celestial. You can catch her on Twitch, Unconscious Celestial. She streams Wednesday nights and Monday nights, right?
And Friday. Yeah.
And Friday. That's right. I forgot Friday. I've been so busy Fridays, I haven't been able to do shit on Fridays.
It's okay.
It's killing me here lately. And of course, y'all know where to catch Locke. You can also go look on Twitter if you're interested in playing Dungeon or Pathfinder 2.
I am a GM on a Pathfinder 2 Discord that is run by Jake Kyle
from Q Times. Yeah. So
you can meet my disaster lesbian.
We will end this scene here, and there'll probably be another scene. So see you later,
everyone.
This next vignette involves hunting of a different sort. Sometimes the prey is political in nature instead of hunger or sustenance. This scene involves Lily and Abel. Please enjoy. For this vignette, I will be the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I'm Relyn Dare, Shanky's wife, and I'm playing former Toreador Primogen, Lily Sanger.
And I am Tamshu, the roving DM, and I am playing Abel Gaucher of Clan Venture.
And to set the scene for this one, Lily has called a meeting with Abel of Clan Venture to discuss some business, and I will let Lily describe her new club.
Okay. I greet you at the door. Mr. Gaucher, thank you so much for joining me this evening.
He will extend his hand to you for you to put your hand in it, and he will actually lean down and kiss your hand.
Thank you so much. So kind. Come on in.
And when you're brought in, you don't notice any of her ghouls visible. It just appears to be just you and her in the club.
Welcome to my new establishment.
Mm-hmm.
And
Thank
what
you
you
for
see,
inviting me.
yes, and what you see when you walk in, there is a entryway, and off to the side, to the left, is a small, almost appears like a gift shop. And as Lily notices you look at it, she says, I actually plan to have performers that sell their work to make a little extra money.
It's a very good idea.
Mm-hmm. And I walk you into the main lounge, and there is a quaint bar and very comfortable, warm, inviting environment in here. There is a stage at the far end of the room. There are tables with little lamps on them to give a little bit of light, and comfortable leather club chairs around the tables. There are also some cozy booths along the walls for larger groups. And I basically walk you around and explain how I plan to have spoken word performers, poets, storytellers, and even, if I can drum up enough of them, some singer-songwriters performing acoustically. And I mentioned that it was something that I pursued in life and was successful with, and there has been a resurgence in this type of art, so I'm going to capitalize on that.
Now, do you take him out to your rose garden? Just curious. Or is that coming later?
That's coming up.
Okay.
As we walk back towards the entrance, there is a door appears outside on our right, and I walk up to it and open it, and I lead you outside.
It's actually, she leads you out to an actual rose garden attached to the building. Though there's a high wall that prevents people from the street going into it, and above it, probably a good 2 stories up, because it looks like from the outside you thought the building was bigger than it was. She's got a fake, basically, facade to make the building hide the rose garden. In fact, there's actually a net above to catch anything that someone might want to throw over, or in the odd event that somebody decided to jump over it. Though kind aren't the type to do that.
No.
There are others that might.
That might, yes.
Yeah. And you also hear jazz music playing in the garden.
Lily, who is that playing?
Oh. Some of my favorites.
Yeah, you
Sounds
notice
vaguely familiar.
You notice the speakers are set up all the way around the rim, and their speakers point both ways. They're double-sided to noise pollute anyone trying to listen through into the interior.
And I walk you to a area in the center of the garden that actually has a fountain and seating around it. And I say, we can have our conversation here. No one will be able to hear. And I sit down and invite you to sit beside me.
I will sit an appropriate distance away, but not to be rude, and take a look around. And it is quite a lovely place you've made here,
Thank you.
Ms. Sanger.
Thank you.
It's lovely.
Well, I am having the soft open soon, and you are welcome to attend if it's something that you would be interested in.
I'll check my schedule. I have some
Understood.
things going on that might require me to be out of town.
Understood. So, Mr. Gaucher.
Abel, please.
Oh, well, thank you. And do call me Lily. I have some news to share with Clan Ventru in this city that you may not be completely aware of. You see, I've been a little concerned over your former primogen. I've been worried with his absence from society that he might be... Well, can I be blunt with you, Abel?
Of course you may, Lily.
I worry that he got his hands on Glenn, got information that pissed him off, and he's wanting to plot against the prince. I have no proof, of course. It's only my intuition, which is usually accurate. And let him know that the prince is about to no longer be a problem in this city.
Oh. Well, I will say that Felix has been a little secluded. He's been working on his plan for, shall we say, fire suppression, given the current climate.
Yes, well, the firebugs are about to be taken out because not only is the prince going to be taken out, but so is his entire line.
Granted, I'm not in the middle of events in DC, but this is fairly blatant and straightforward talk, Lily.
It is. Forces are at work in this city that received certain information that was enough to make that happen. And, well, it will be resolved soon.
Well, we are sharing things bluntly. Let me say, I've never known anyone of Clan Toreador to give information without wanting something specifically in return.
And I am such a Toreador. I would like for the members of Clan Ventru in this city to offer support to Karina Dobson to be our new prince, with an experienced Ventru Seneschal, of course. She, although young, has been Seneschal for 30 years, and during that time she has survived 2 bastards and has kept this city from completely collapsing in on itself. She is our best hope for ensuring long-term stability in this city. She is very well connected in the city.
Abel's going to take a moment and just kind of casually look around a little bit, double-checking the surroundings. Lily, knowing that I am somewhat of an outsider here, why bring this to me? I believe you know other people in Clan Ventru, probably better than myself, and definitely more well-connected in the city.
Well, I understand that, but I bring it to you because you have Felix's ear.
So, basically you're wanting Felix's, are you wanting his approval, his buy-in, or his help?
All of the above? But honestly, I'll take what I can get, but all of the above would be preferable.
Well, speaking for myself, of course.
Of course.
I do not propose to speak for...
Of course. I wouldn't
a
assume
man I
that.
truly respect, who seems to have thought wisely in some areas in the past. I will say his opinion of... And again, he will look around. His opinion of the prince is pretty much in line with yours, and you might like him slightly more. So I would say approval, I would say, is probably there.
Good.
As for taking it up a level, I'd be happy to speak with him.
Good.
But obviously I am in no position to allocate anything as there's no longer a primogen. I'm no longer his whip.
I understand. But you are close to him, yes?
I would say we're very close.
Good. Also, if it helps, let him know that not only is Clan Toreador unified in supporting her ascension, but other influential kindred in this city are supportive as well.
Between you and I, this is a private conversation, obviously.
Of course.
If you're wishing to name drop someone that may sway Felix's mind in this matter, I would be happy to
let him know.
drop a hint.
Let me know. Let him know that I will be speaking with Anton soon.
Very well.
And you've heard that name mentioned, Abel. You know Felix knows who Anton is because Felix saw him during the coronation, and you've been told that Anton is an Archon. You do not know who he works for, but you do know he's one of the Archons of the Camarilla.
Yeah. So when you say that, when you say that, Abel will kind of sit up and straighten his jacket and his tie a bit. Oh, that's very impressive, and I have to ask, through this plan, what benefit will come to Clan Ventru?
There will be a Ventru administration of the capital of the free world. That's
a good start.
Hell of a bit. One second. And I personally would consider it a favor and return it later for requested services or assistance.
Lily, I would like to state for myself and myself alone, I'm sorry I spent my mortal life as a lawyer. It's hard to break free of these things.
I totally understand. I've worked with so many lawyers. Oh my goodness.
I will definitely offer my services wherein it does not interfere with the goals or the desires of my sire, or bring any, shall we say, undue negative attention upon his name. But I personally am quite happy to see this events move this direction, and I will do my best to put it in a positive light.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
It is always a pleasure to work with a Ventru.
And I always love having a sit-down chat with the Toreador.
So, is that your conversation ended?
I believe so.
So this is where we're going to end this vignette, where Lily has made a deal, though Karina does not want to be prince.
She's afraid.
Oftentimes, political pressure can be applied.
That's why Lily had the caveat, with an experienced Ventru Senshao.
Yes.
This is the final vignette for the night, so of course, I would like to thank everyone for coming. I would like to thank my wife, of course, for being Lily, and for Tamshu.
Yes, thank
coming
you.
to revise his role briefly as able, but we're going to try to get him in some other things coming up because, you know, the tone of DC is shifting a bit, and we'll see how that's going to go. And if you like what we're doing and you like our content, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, you know, you can subscribe over there. I also will tell you, you should look in the chat at the YouTube links here to watch our video on demand, and also go give Black Death Chronicles a subscribe on YouTube. We need to get them their 100 so that they can get their
shorter
URL
link.
shorter.
Their shorter URL that makes
and give
sense.
Ishvel
Yes, that
their
would be
follow
nice.
too, or their subscribe on YouTube, so we can get Ishvel's shorter link because it looks so much better than having this long links in chat. We're big on that. Join us on the Discord. You can talk to all of us. You can actually talk to the cast of DC by Night, Ishvel, and Black Death, all on the Discord now. Trying to think of what other things I normally go. These other channels over here, check them out. These are all people that we like to support. They do great content on YouTube. Also, see, today's Wednesday. So not this Saturday, but this Sunday, we have DC by Night, 6 p.m. Eastern, our normal Chronicle. Tuesdays at 8 p.m., we have Black Death Chronicles. It'll be Chapter 19. It's second episode of Season 2. And if you didn't see...
Oh, my God.
Chapter 18...
Oh, my God.
Holy
I said, oh, shit, at least 35 times.
And that is...
so did I.
The storyteller of that amazing game is, of course, right here at Tamshu. And starting May 16th at 1 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays, Ishvel is coming to McStabber Studios. And that's going to be awesome. We're really happy for this new schedule lineup. And holy crap, Black Death was amazing last night.
Yep. But thank you so much, everyone. Yep. And we hope to see you in Discord and definitely hope to see you this Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
You got anything you want to add, Tam?
Just please join the Discord. We love it's actually hard to shut us up.
It really is. We chat a lot in there.
So.
We love to chat. It is. And it's an amazing crew on the Discord. It really is. There's some amazing people. And everyone stay safe, stay healthy.
Yes, please.
Some of the states are opening up. Take your own health into consideration, please.
Please stay home if you can.
Yeah, don't push your luck. Do what you got to do. Earn your living if you got to, but stay safe and healthy.
Absolutely.
And everyone,
wear a mask, wash your hands, quit touching yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everyone, have a good night.